Good morning, church. I'm Pastor Dave, and this is the musing for November 3rd. There's an old proverb dating from at least the mid-1600s, which goes like this. For want of a nail, the shoe was lost. For want of a shoe, the horse was lost. For want of a horse, the rider was lost. For want of a rider, the message was lost. For want of a message, the battle was lost. For want of a battle, the kingdom was lost. And all for the want of a horseshoe nail. The point made by the proverb is that small choices, poorly made, for example about horseshoe maintenance, can have great and lasting consequences. And those consequences are not always foreseeable. It seems to me that as Christians, we need to be aware that our choices, poorly made, can have eternal ramifications. When we make excuses for some particular sin, telling ourselves that it's not really that big a deal. When we remain silent as injustice is done, telling ourselves that, well, there's really nothing I can do. When we compromise with evil points of view, or look the other way at evil deeds, or ignore evil words, we are making choices, and there will be consequences for the world and for us. Little sins left to grow become major stumbling blocks. Allowing hatred and violence and bigotry and lies to stand unopposed gives them a foothold, not only in our society but also in our hearts. And there they fester and grow. Scripture says, guard your very thoughts. Take each thought captive. Because evil is a thought long before it is an action. Now, I realize this has been rather bleak so far. So before I close, I want to give you the happy upside. Just as small errors can domino into tragedy, small acts of virtue can cascade into great glory. What I mean by that is, every time you make a choice for God, every time you refrain from some particular sin, every time you show kindness, every time you extend grace, or give of yourself, or step out in faith, you start a chain reaction of goodness and virtue. And you can't tell where that will lead. Little virtues left to grow can become great works of God. He who fed thousands with a child's lunch will take what we give him and magnify it beyond our imagining. So, keep your eyes open. Look for ways you can start an avalanche for God. Maybe you'll be the one to supply that horseshoe nail that saves a kingdom. God bless you all.